Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have great pleasure and great thankful for my invitation. My name is Gawel Solosky from Bilgo University. Sorry. I wanted to talk about paper utilization, produce and cotton utilization. Both are cellulose material and both is somehow cotton is more better because contain is waste is only cotton or only cellulose, so quite easy to develop through method due to cellulose is very felt to be useful, and for example for both biological the utilization is called very easy due to quite easy conversion to glucose that is thought to be the ideal one. So, for example, for dark fermentation in glucose to hydrogen, in case of anaerobic digestion to methane. The all clock have very long bond and cleavage of own carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen bonds is using many enzymes. And in case of paper, a much more used commonly research than cotton, because cotton is usually thought to be is less interested than paper because it's not is thought to be used in other clothes material, not to dye. In case of paper, then in case of paper, and we have several types of hydrolysis or preparation for breaking this bond into small organic compounds. So sulfuric acid hydrolysis, which is the or acidic sulfur, which is the oldest version because already from 19th century. Some basic mechanical twisting, centrifuging, and sonification, and by biological methods. Unfortunately, cotton is very unlike to be biological method of digestion. So both paper more more to less affected to the mold. So and from black, so black black soot mushroom, which produce lacas that can digest, that can break many cellulose bond in case of wood, in case of paper, or are more likely in case of cotton, which is specially prepared from cotton stalk, dislike. So in case of paper, of course, in very slowly matter, it can be by soot, but it's as is so slow method that for quite fast for industry potential of conversion is only method of initial method of pretreatment. Several like mechanical pretreatment. However, mechanical is sometimes in big case can be used because mechanical is to cut, to mince material into small pieces on or to that is thought considered to be better for better and easier digesting for biological bacteria because it is common that enzymes in bacteria have less area uh, to function and more easily to convert it. This is like you use cutlery. People use cutlery to slice food. It's easier to uh, cut and digest a food that is sliced in one piece. Therefore, equivalent to bacteria, if we have sliced material, however, bacteria likes more simple organic matter. Very complex matter also digests, however, very, very slowly. And if cut it to enough small pieces, enough bones, it can be also cut by photocatalyst or methanocatalyst. So used heat of sun to, for example, iron oxide or or chromium oxide, manganese oxide that can be used as mechanical catalyst. So in case of a mechanical catalyst, it easily broke. If so little bonds and even to little for the less not polymers but only some trinomonomers. It's very used very sometimes successful in slow rate. Therefore, we can use it and is also often used by initial step before conversion by acidic or basal, because in case of acids, they also work more faster. In case we use the smaller pieces with smaller area and more likely and faster ratio and conversion into to small organic pieces like glucose or saccharose even. And both are used mostly acidic. However, the difficulty is that in case of cotton, they require usually much more concentrated acid, causing that this conversion, the process requires much more safety process in case of people. So needed in case of laboratory method, we need to use under hood. So this makes process not unlikely due to much more safety. In case of sulfuric acid, it causing also more likely corrosive material. So we need to investing in better steel material. Basic is not so. Basic can be useful, but bacteria don't like after using in case, especially of dark fermentation, hydrogen production, required to lower this after processing by shifting some acid. In case of chlorophyll, or in case of chlorophyll of something other materials like oxides, It's also very, in case of oxide lacks permanganate potassium or hydroxide oxide, it's much more expensive and making process some expensive, but it can be in useful matter. We don't know still the proper conditions for hydrogen production. In case of methane, is slightly higher because methane production lags just occurring in neutral of pH 7 conditions. Its processing is not so sensitive. It can the the shock load is much more higher than in case of hydrogen production, so it is more easier. So even uh, can be 40 and 70 gram per liters to be useful. While in case of hydrogen production, usually enough for hydrogen is 20-30 gram per liters for mostly bacteria. So we have to still make many research to develop optimal methods for digestion both paper and cotton. Thank you very much.